So I am Ben Burr with the Blue Ribbon Coalition. I'm going to come over here because I've got some things to show you. And I know I've come to some of your trail meetings in the morning. I've dropped in on some of you, so sorry for that. But hopefully your members are excited to learn that they get a free membership to Blue Ribbon Coalition for being a participant at EJS this year. Make sure you're telling them to go to page 69 of their flyer and they can sign up to become a free member just for being here. It's our way of showing our appreciation for the support we get from Red Rock Four-Wheelers. You guys have made it possible for us to be in numerous lawsuits. I want to read from you the press release that SUWA put out 2 days ago. This is the Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance. So last week we filed a lawsuit because they closed 612 miles of trails in the Henry Mountains. That's our most recent lawsuit we're in. And this is SUWA's statement, is that motorized recreation groups are relentless in their desire to turn the remote and stunning areas in the heart of Utah's Red Rock country into an off-road vehicle free-for-all, which is not what we're doing. We actually just want you to go be able to use the trails that are out there. But I appreciate that they said we are relentless, because that's what we are doing. And so that's the third lawsuit we filed on travel plans in Utah in just the last 2 years. So the first one is the one here in Moab. The second one is they closed 665 miles of trails in the San Rafael Swell. And then also this most recent one in the Henry Mountains. And we're going to fight those hard. We feel like the direction that the Department of Justice is going right now is favorable. Hopefully we'll get good results on these lawsuits. But that's not all we're doing. I know we have, like the groups I've been in this morning, there were people from New Hampshire and Wisconsin and Canada and Florida and all over this country, and we're actually a national group. We do a lot of work here in Utah. And one thing I have my policy director prepare, her name's Simone Griffin. She lives here in Escalante, Utah. We've participated in over 350 federal planning actions that affect your recreation access to public land. This is a book of one-page summary of each of those that is for the Department of Interior. And this is the one that's for the National Forest Service. And we've been out giving these to members of Congress and their staff, to the staff of the new administration. We went to Washington, D.C. a couple weeks ago to make sure they have these. This will affect how we can access 190 million acres of our public land. In the last 4 years, there was a lot of actions that were taken to restrict that access. So while we're fighting in court here in Utah, this is all things that could be done through administrative change. And so if you're a member of a club, I know there's a lot of Jeep clubs that come here and participate. Our goal is to get these to clubs so that you guys can go be advocates for this. Even though these look really big, they're broken down by state. So what you could do is just find a few projects that the federal government tried to do in your area, and you could work with us to either undo those or get them done. Some of them are good projects. We actually like active management of our public lands, and so there's some of these we support. And so if you guys are in a club or a Jeep club where you're from, come talk to us at our booth tomorrow or Friday, and I'll talk to you more about these books. The other thing I wanted to show you is we introduced 2 weeks ago Volume 3 of our Lost Trails Guidebook. And so this is our third volume of this. We go try to find trails that we're worried are at risk of closure. Our second volume showcased a bunch of trails in that Labyrinth Rims, Gemini Bridges area of Moab. And we picked good trails because a lot of them did get closed in that plan. That's our point. We're trying to show you the trails that are at risk, and we need you to go out and explore these trails so that you fall in love with them and will become advocates for these trails. And so this guidebook focuses on, there are 9 proposed national monuments right now. I don't think they'll get designated during the current administration, but these 9 monuments will affect our access to 5 million acres of land in several different states. And so we've gone and found we've found several of the trails that are in these proposed monuments, so that you guys know you need to go learn about these trails in these areas so that we have, this room is a strong army of advocates if you'll actually go become advocates for these trails, and that's what we need your help with. And that's also why I need all of you to go sign up to become a free member of the Ribbon Coalition in the magazine, is because I asked George, I was like, George, what can I do to make sure that this Red Rock four-wheeler community is better connected with the Ribbon Coalition? And he said, come to this dinner. This is our guides. This is everybody who's been involved with us for a long time. This is our VIPs here at the dinner. I'm like, well, that's what I want. I want them to be actively involved in what we're doing. And so the membership for this year is free if you are here in this room. We want you to be part of it. What that means is you'll get just like one email a week from me. And this email will have an update of everything we've been doing that's new that week. And so every week there's a new action alert, which you guys can do to contact a member of Congress or just do something to become an advocate with us for your trails and for your public lands. And so I wanted to let you know that. I do have a bunch of copies of these as sort of a gesture of gratitude for all the support we get from you guys. If anybody wants a copy of the Lost Trails Guidebook, if you're here tonight, I have some that I'm over sitting by Sarge. Sarge! I don't know if you guys know Sarge, but I'm over sitting by him, and if you want to come over and get one of these books before the night's over, I'll give one to you, and I have more out in my car if I need to go get them. Because I want you guys to all become partners with me in this. You want one? First one's done.
You got another one in there?
I have several. I have quite a bit more. A box full, and then I have several more boxes in the car, but I need some for my booth. But we do want you guys all to have them. And so do come by and talk to us at the booth too. I don't need to take up your whole night tonight. But if you come to the vendor show, there's a lot more we can talk to you about things we're working. We can learn more about you, where you're from, and help you know what we're doing in your area. Because there's a good chance we're working on issues where you are, not just here in Moab, even though we know this is an important fight here. We are going to win it. I went out on a trail today, and I didn't go out on one of your trails. When I'm here, I go find the ones that got closed. So I'm taking an inventory of where all the fences are and the gates and the signs, so that when we win our lawsuit, we can go all take them down. And so we hope that that's something that by next year, this time, there will be some new trails that could be part of the Easter Jeep Safari. We'll get them back on the map and back available for you to ride, and that's what we'll be fighting for. So that's all I've got for you tonight. Sorry it's longer than